Did you know that there are 3 big problems a lot of test takers have for the listening section? Let's look at these together and make sure that you avoid them. Hey guys, this is Chris and welcome to another edition of Hacking IELTS, your community for tips and tricks on how to crush your upcoming IELTS exam. On this show, we'll look at some ways that you can be better prepared for the test and get that high band you're aiming for. In our last episode, we had a chat with an IELTS test taker here in Dubai. In this episode, we'll review the listening section of the exam and 3 things that a lot of candidates do which they really need to avoid for the first section of the exam. To review, the listening section of the IELTS exam consists of 4 sections. You'd be correct in assuming that the audio recordings become increasingly more difficult. Let's break it down now. First of all, this section is approximately 30 minutes duration and there are 40 questions. You will have 30 seconds to read the questions in section 1 before hearing the recorded script. In the first part, you will usually hear a person making a phone call or some type of informal conversation. For section 2, it's typically a dialogue of some sort, while section 3 is a lecture or several people discussing an academic topic. Finally, section 4 is usually a lecture and is also academic in nature. Test takers who were not prepared for the listening section made the following costly mistakes. First, failing to correctly transfer answers from the question booklet to the answer sheet. Second, spending too much time on difficult questions. Third, making spelling errors. All right, let's look at the first concern. This is simply being careless and not reviewing your work at the end of each section. Remember, you're given 10 minutes at the end of the listening test to transfer your answers from the question booklet to your answer sheet. Believe it or not, some candidates have even copied their answers to the wrong question number, which is just being careless. Make sure you are accurate and check to see that you have transferred your answers correctly to the corresponding question number. Otherwise, all of your effort will be wasted from one major mistake. Second, it's easy for new test takers to get stuck on the difficult questions, which costs them valuable time. If you miss a question or two, keep going and then come back to the tough ones later. Try to spend no more than 1 minute on each question, as you'll need to save time for transferring your answers. Third, let's look at spelling. This is where you will need to ensure that you've been working on your vocabulary consistently, ensuring that even very basic words are spelled correctly. The problem with spelling is that your response will be marked as incorrect even if one word has a spelling error. The best thing you can do is continually expand your vocab and be certain that you can spell them properly under the pressure of an exam. Candidates lose marks due to a correct response that was misspelled. It's unfortunate that this happens, but it can be avoided with enough preparation. Make sure that you can spell even the most basic words. You can find many resources to help expand your vocab for IELTS. I hope you found these 3 tips useful and that you can remember and apply them as you prepare for the listening section. Let's look at some more listening tips together in the future. Okay, this wraps up this edition, and thanks for listening. Don't forget to visit our courses online at hackingielts.com. We also have our exam guide available on Amazon and Apple Books. Take care, guys, and catch you in the next one.